Welcome to Talking Tech, the summer edition. We're back for episode 2. I'm Todd McDonald, the Technology Integration Coordinator, and again, I'm joined by Bill Gibson. Hi, Bill.
Good morning.
Are you ready to continue our excellent adventure?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. So we have already given out a little bit over 100 of the new Dell laptops to teachers. And when teachers first get their laptops, they sign in once on site, so their account gets joined to our domain. They adjust the key microphone setting, which will ensure that everything works better in Google Meet for sound. They get their Google Drive file stream set up. They get their Chrome profile set up, and then they optionally can decide if they want to set up logging in with a PIN number, with their fingerprint, or with their face. So the first wave of teachers have gotten their devices, and now we're getting some questions, Bill. So the focus of this episode is going to be on customization. How do I customize my device? So are you ready for some questions that I've gotten from teachers?
Yeah. Here we go.
All right, great. Bill knows everything. So that should be the title of your own podcast. All right, are we ready? Bill, why don't you share your screen, Bill, and I will ask you questions and you can kind of demonstrate these as we go. All right, so Bill, the first question that we've had is how do you add or remove shortcuts on the desktop? For example, Microsoft Word. Again, we promote Google Docs, but we know some people need to use Microsoft Word. So what is the easiest way to add or remove desktop shortcuts?
Yeah, so the quickest way I would do it is go down to the Start menu, type the word Word to get to it, and then you've got two choices. You can either pin it to the bottom down here, in which case you're going to right-click and say Pin to Taskbar. I'm going to put the little W down there. The other option is to open file location. This shows the shortcut word, and you right-click and drag, and it says, what do you want to do? I want to copy it. Now I've got a copy on my Start menu over here, and a copy on my desktop. Also, you can right-click on Word here, and say Send to Desktop, Create Shortcut. Now you'll have a shortcut from your Start menu, and a shortcut on your desktop.
Okay, great. And what about if I want to remove Microsoft Edge? That's a Microsoft browser. Now, we prefer Chrome as the default browser, Bill, but there's certainly an advantage of having additional browsers installed on the machine.
Yeah, so there's two different spots you can clean that up. So we won't be removing it. We'll just be kind of cleaning up the desktop. So in the Start menu, it's still going to be there if we search for it. So we can still get to it. But the first one would be on the desktop. We click on it, and then right-click and say delete. Yes, and put it in our recycling bin, and you can eventually empty that whenever you're ready. The other way is down here in the taskbar. I like to clean this area up, so you right-click and you say unpin from taskbar. I do that for Edge and this mail icon. We don't use the mail app here either. We find that Gmail works best in Chrome as a web experience, so unpin that. And then the last spot I do is this giant search bar. So this lets you quickly search the Start menu as well as the internet. But because we use Chrome so much and this takes up a lot of space, I like to right-click on this to search and say hidden. Now you get all this extra space back.
Very cool. That's good. So you should have to add them to desktop and also to that area down below. So down below is called the taskbar.
Yep, done.
And the action here is pinning or unpinning. So if you wanted to pin or unpin, it's already there from the bottom there. You can right-click and do it from there as well. Yep, I see. All right. Can you show me one more time with everybody's favorite Windows application, the snipping tool?
The snipping tool.
That's right. Everyone loves snipping.
So I'm going to click on the Start menu, type the word snip. And
there it is.
now we've got two choices. We've got the original recipe snipping tool up here. So I right-click and say Pin to Taskbar. And now a quick link down here. And Snip and Sketch is kind of the newer version of that. Right-click and Pin to Taskbar as well. You'll see in that same spot you've got the option to Pin to Start. And that starts to put icons in this Start menu on the right here. We didn't customize it this time, so there's just stuff there. But if you want to, kind of drag things around and organize it, because that works for you, then that's fine.
You can customize the desktop with icons. You can customize the Start menu, and you can also customize the taskbar down below by pinning and unpinning items. So that definitely answers the questions I've gotten so far about customizing those things. Now, when you go into like the File Explorer, there's also a quick links section for quick access. Sorry, there it is. Quick access you have there. So we also had a question about adding items to that section.
Yeah, so as an example, I went into my G Drive, which is the way Drive file stream exposes the rest of our Google Drive. Then it shows, I went into the My Drive folder. Here, I'll show you what that looks like. So My Drive versus shared drives. This is showing you everything that's in my Google Drive. I went into this folder. We right-click on the folder that's important to us. Say Pin to Quick Access. Now, HTTPS Fitness Zone is there. So I can browse away, go here, and this will take me straight to that location.
I wouldn't overuse this, teachers. This is really, if there's a place that you really go all the time, I wouldn't go crazy with that. This is not a place like Bookmarks where you want to have a long list. It's really meant to be those areas that you really need quick access to all the time. So I don't think it'll be used all that much. But that is how you work with the quick access menu to customize things. All right. Well, thank you so much, Bill. I think that was a good start for today for customizing a device. And as more teachers get their devices, we'll probably get some more questions about customizing, and we can, of course, address those in a future episode. Thanks for joining us again today, Bill.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Be excellent to each other. Thanks for watching.